Well, because my grandma's at the hospital. Her the doctor's appointment's the hospital.
Okay, we are streaming.
Oh, we are?
Yep. Can you?
Hang on. Doesn't show up for me, but I'm gonna assume so.
We are live. And I'm not seeing how to send out.
Wait, that's weird. Why can't I might reset my Discord. Gosh, Discord? Why? I can't click on your live. There's no way for me.
Okay, there it is.
Did it work finally?
I'm getting it.
What is it you're doing? Because I can't click on the... Huh?
I am now sending it out.
I can't... Because the thing is, I can't see me. So I can't see YouTube at all. How hell ya them? Send it to me. Can you send it to me to see if that'll work, please?
It's sent.
You sent it to me?
Yep.
Where?
On Messenger.
Huh?
On Messenger?
Yeah. Hang on.
Sorry,
Okay,
guys.
I got it.
Sorry, guys. We are having trouble. We are having technical difficulty.
Hang on. Okay.
Okay, and I've got the chat up. So I can't see. And YouTube. Okay, YouTube Pros. Okay.
Think we're good. Sorry, guys.
Sorry, guys.
I don't have any internet, so I'm using no internet on my phone or whatever. So, I don't know how well they see me.
Hey, Jacob, wave. Okay, the video on YouTube seems to be, we may have like a major delay.
What do you mean?
Because the video is weird.
Huh. I think, what do you mean it's weird?
Like on the video, I'm still leaned over looking at the phone, and I'm not leaned over.
Oh yeah, we're always delayed, even with Steve and Pat.
Okay, so we're delayed. Sorry, guys. We're working on it. This is only what, our second live, third live?
Something like that, yeah.
Yep. So tonight's topic, or actually, welcome to Beyond the Creaky Door podcast.
I'm Jacob.
I'm Tyree. We will eventually have our names at the bottom of the screen. As soon as what'd you say?
I said mine was like Discord, or my Discord name, so I can change that.
So we're gonna eventually get to it and get it all taken care of and getting straightened out. We're trying. Just please be patient with us. So,
Yeah.
now, there is one announcement we need to make.
Sorry. Not contagious, but allergies been bothering me.
So,
But yes, we do have major announcements to make.
yeah, we only got the one right now because I got to get the dates for the others.
Yeah.
And that is the Central Kentucky Mystical Market in Lexington, Kentucky. And that is January 17th and 18th. It is a metaphysical get together. It's a metaphysical show. And I'll be there with doing my sound healing because I'm a sound healer. I use tuning forks and singing bowls to work on chakras. Jacob shows up every now and again since he moved away from us.
Yeah, and what I do is I just work with Reiki, or beginner's level of Reiki.
Yeah. Which I can do Reiki. Actually, I can also do Reiki as well. But I hold back on Reiki because we have other Reiki practitioners that come into the market. And I don't want to be competition for everybody else. I stand out with the sound healing. Also...
Oh, you're saying I'm basic.
No.
Wait. Actually, I do Reiki with crystals, is what I do.
Yep. Also, the other reason we're late tonight is because Jacob had to go make himself pretty to do the live.
I did?
Now, that's what you were telling me.
I did not tell you.
Okay. So, yeah.
No, I had to change out of my work. I am an evening shift worker at a Mexican restaurant.
Uh-huh.
Which I got him addicted to rice. And queso on top.
No comment.
Okay.
You're off work tomorrow. You can bring me some.
I gotta take my grandma to the doctor.
Well, you can bring it to me after you take her home.
Trying to think. I don't know.
But
anyway, let's continue.
Yeah. So,
once again,
I'm in the hoodie.
Hey, what can we say? We're big fans.
We are big fans. Also, we need to sit down and get together on trying to start our own hat and t-shirt stuff.
Yeah, if you want to give us some ideas.
That would be awesome.
Sorry. April's the designer of boxes.
Oh, yeah. So, and they'll be at the Central Kentucky Mystical Market. So.
One of our favorite vendors.
Uh-huh. So what was our subject supposed to be tonight, Jacob?
So we're going to be talking about spirituality, like what we think spirituality is, versus, and then once we give both of our definitions, then we'll read out tell y'all what the actual definition is. And then the other thing is, we're going to be talking about like ghosts, like what is the ghost, what types of ghosts there are.
Yep. So, talking about spirituality, Jacob, go for it.
So for me, what I think spirituality is like not just like having faith, but like working together with everything, like your energy connecting with nature, which is like the universe, and basically it's like also connecting with spirits of like how you experience things with the world and how you try to react, because we always have like a barrier. We set barriers in our spirituality, like how far you want to go. You can push yourself to believe or not.
Okay.
And as where I sit is I'm working on both sides, like the spiritual realm, and my Christian belief.
Okay. We'll come back to that. Basically, what I think spirituality is we're basically on the same page with that. Because it's not only what you believe, it's how you feel. And
yeah,
like, I'm always hearing people talk about God, gods, goddesses, the different entities that are supposedly above us. I do not like the word God or goddess for the simple fact that they walk with us. Not in front of us, not behind us. They walk with us. Whatever your belief is. And which, like, you just mentioned your Christian background.
Mm-hmm.
So, that's the one thing where me and Jacob actually do not coincide with each other.
Mm-hmm.
Because once upon a time I did have a Christian background. I left that background because of what they were trying to teach.
Speaking about that, hold on. Can you see that?
Sorta. Go a little bit. Now I see your eyeball.
Hang on. There we go.
Yep. You're wearing your cross. So that's that. It's all dependent on what they teach and how they teach it. And now back to what I said we were going to come back to. You do have your Christian background, but you can put it all together.
Right. Kind of like what Steve does.
Yep. There's a time and place for everything.
Mm-hmm.
So now, the definitions for spirituality.
Hold on. Let me see if I can actually pull it up real quick. Sorry, guys. Come on. You can go ahead. It's not working on my phone.
Okay. Spirituality. I found two definitions for spirituality. The first one is the quality of being concerned with the human spirit or soul as opposed to the material or physical things. So, did you catch that, Jacob?
Hold on, can you repeat? Sorry. I finally got the email to work.
Okay. Spirituality, the quality of being concerned with the human spirit or soul as opposed to the material or physical things.
Okay.
So, that means that you need to be worried about yourself and not about the stuff around you, like your house, your car, your...
That's materialistic things.
Yeah. Because they always say you can't take it with you, so why are you worrying about it?
Right.
So what was you going to say, Jacob?
I see the metaphysical term.
Metaphysical?
Is that your second one?
Yep.
So in the metaphysical realm of things, this refers to the study of reality beyond the material physical world, focusing on the unseen forces, energy, consciousness, and the interconnectedness of all things. So for me, what that's kind of telling me is put, like what the first definition said, put all things aside, try to fill out what you see, hear, feel, the energy around you, like whether it's like good, bad.
Yeah, speaking of filling out the energy, check out Spirit Mechanics. They do have energy classes.
And I took one of them, didn't I?
Yep, you took the 100. In which the 200 series is supposed to be this month. I'm not sure of the dates. But you got to have the prerequisite of the 100s before you can take the 200s. So they teach this class like they teach 100s, 200s, or 300s usually run every 3 months. Or they do like 3 months of energy and then a month of the 300 classes, which is different topics. And then they jump back into the energy.
But, yeah. It's a fun class.
Yeah, somebody needs to come back and take the rest of the classes.
I will have to do it online. Because I do it online.
They do it online. But you can't do it on Sundays because you're not at home.
That is true.
So, you got to get that figured out. Huh? You got to get this figured out so you can finish the classes.
But with spirituality of the metaphysical, like your consciousness, like you need to be aware of your surroundings because you never know what's there. Someone could have an attachment. As I said, that weird.
Yep, that is true.
And it's also maybe have to do with your intuition. I'm not sure.
That'll be a different subject, is the intuition stuff, because that's a whole different level of stuff.
Yes, very much so.
But if you're connected to like the nature and stuff, then you should be able to feel out the energy around you.
Yeah, I was like, speak about that, like, hold on. For me, how it all started, like, because, like I said, in the very first podcast, episode 1, about how we experienced, or how, like, I experienced things at my house. Like, I knew I had these things, but I had no, like, knew no one, nothing, or anything other than YouTubers about what I had, you know? Like, first time I ever met Tyree, besides him ditching me, which I did ditch him first, though, in the very beginning.
I was going to say, we're getting ready to go into that.
Okay, then do you want to go? Am I jumping ahead?
No. You go ahead and finish what you're saying.
Besides, at first Tyree ditching me, but even though I did that first, but I'm just more so meaning, in the very beginning, after I went with the market for the first time and he did my sound healing and I was telling you about like my third eye, we just started hanging out every month, and then it started becoming like where he became my teacher, which he's still my teacher. But first time with spirituality, he took me to, what's that place called? It's in past Man of War in Lexington. The not Gorge, Raven's Run.
Yeah, Raven's Run.
Raven's Run. That's the first time he took me out there, had me touch a tree because I was sensing a child or something. But we kind of know of a child that was out there that got lost. We know that much. Like a long time ago. Before it like officially became what it is today.
That is true.
But he took me to the waterfall area and had me sit on a rock blindfolded to connect to nature.
And what happened when you connected to the nature?
I don't remember. It's been a while.
I think you ended up leaving Raven's Run with a couple of spirit guide animals with you.
Yes, I did. 2 of them, actually.
Yep.
Well, I had a third one, but I didn't know about the third one. Like, I could sense it because it made my hand numb in a certain spot, but he wasn't ready to tell me. But Tyree knew.
Yeah.
Was it Adam? Is
Yep.
that who that was?
Yep, it's Adam.
Okay. Adam's the monkey who sits on my shoulder and plays with my head.
They are good at that. So yeah, that's the one thing with the metaphysical side of spirituality. You will start seeing and feeling stuff that other people can't see.
I can't see yet, but I can feel.
Yeah. But you'll come up with spirit guides, you'll come up with spirit animals, you'll start seeing like the fae, you'll start seeing
fairies.
Yep, the fairies.
Yep.
You'll start seeing like dragons if they want you to see them. You'll start seeing the creatures that people think and call mythical creatures, and which we're going to be going deeper into those subjects in later podcasts.
Real quick, I will say something like, for instance, like fairies like and gnomes. Like, say for instance, you've been living on your land, like you have like how many acres would you say? Like a big amount, like not too big, but enough.
It could be like a half acre.
Yes, we want to talk about them, like the people themselves physically owning some land.
If you're talking the humans owning the land, it doesn't.
No. I'm talking about them owning the property. Like, say for instance, like you have enough land to like try to grow. Like, say you're trying to grow, like have a small garden, but your garden isn't growing. Like everything just doesn't grow or dies.
Yeah.
That could correlate with like gnomes and fairies.
Yep.
Which you can go to a little bit detail about it, because I don't know what I'm trying to say, like what they do and why.
If you don't have their permission to grow stuff on the land, they'll kill it.
There, thank you. That's what I was trying to think of, but I couldn't. But I didn't want to go into much detail about it yet.
Like I said, we're going to start talking about the mythical creatures and cryptids during later podcasts, because we're going to eventually go out and start hunting the mythical creatures and the cryptids. Because the one cryptid I want to go hunt is Bigfoot.
I'm assuming the person in chat is you. Is you.
I'm assuming so. Nobody has sent us any chats. So, but yeah, we're going to start working on that other stuff too, other than going beyond the paranormal. So now, back to this, what he was talking about earlier about ditching people. Yes. When I first met Jacob, we had a job in this stupid store. I will not mention the name. And he was standing by the door. He was looking very...
like my first or second day there.
And he was looking very angry. I walked up to him and I was like, "Hi, how are you?" "Hi." And he turned around and walked off. Just like he just did. About that same speed, too.
I think I just wanted to get off the door.
Probably, because I couldn't stand being on the door either. But I left it at that day.
I didn't sign up for the door.
Nope.
That wasn't my job title.
But I left it alone that day. That was the first day. He was there the second day. I walked up to him again. "Hi, how you doing?" And he did the exact same thing. But what I was getting from him was his energy.
Hold on. You can keep talking. I'll actually be back. I'm walking away like I did.
Uh-huh. Yeah, he has that bad habit of walking away from me when I'm trying to talk to him. But our energy is actually almost a match, but not. our energy is a match, but also the opposite of each other. And what ended up happening was, after the second time of me trying to talk to him and him walking away, is I didn't talk to him anymore. And then he was getting ready to start class, and he came back to where I was working.
And you stopped me.
And I started talking to him and asking him questions, and then it just clicked.
Mm-hmm. And the reason why I got up.
What's that? I can't read it, it's backwards.
Chakra Healing, your personal guide.
Oh, yeah. That's when he started getting that after we started talking and hanging out, that's when he started loosening up and getting into this stuff that he needed to get into. So
That's the first
there's our story. But yeah, I did try to ditch him later.
Here comes the ditching part. He gave me his phone number at Meyer. Oh, well, I said the place.
Yeah. But, yeah.
Oh, well.
He told me where he's going to school, and I was like, no. That place is haunted. He needs protection. Oh.
I don't have the original.
No, you broke the original busted. I like. So I was like, that place is haunted. And I was like, dude, next time you work, I'll have something for you.
And that was that wasn't even when you ditched me either.
Nope, I ditched you later. But the next day he worked, I had him I gave him an obsidian bracelet, I gave him some chakra bracelets, and a couple of stones to carry with him because the place he was working at or the place that he was going to school at was haunted, and then he ended up not going to school at that place.
Yeah, probably still stayed. Do I even have the original stones? That's slobbered.
That's a good question. I know you said you collected them when it busted.
No, not that. The original stones you got me.
You still should have them.
Yeah. Well. Oh yeah. I broke the necklace right off the bat.
We're gonna have we're gonna have to get you chains. He has a bad habit of breaking stuff. But
digging through the original stones.
So we started talking and talking and talking at the store that we worked at, and then he came back to where I was working one day, and I'm like, okay. I kept trying to walk off from him, and he kept following me.
No, this was after you invited me to the market to get a healing.
Yeah, that's true.
Okay, well, I don't have the original Black Obsidian, but here's the original. Used to be a pendant. Like I said.
You blew it up?
Uh-huh. And then starter.
Uh-huh.
And then, like I said, the original Merkaba of rose quartz.
Yep.
But yeah, so he just walked away.
And you just kept following.
Yep. But I wasn't taking a hint.
And now the funny thing is we're pretty much inseparable now, other than the fact that we live 2 hours apart.
Yeah. So I went from that. Sorry, you can continue talking. I went from that cell night block.
And you got that with Rocky Hounds.
Yep.
So, So that's how the spirituality works. You will end up getting your own tribe.
And the final thing, and then once we were inseparable of our connectivity, my favorite.
The Howlite?
Mm-hmm.
Yep.
Off his healing table.
That is true. It wanted to go home with him.
No one can touch it without my permission. Actually, without its permission.
That is true.
Otherwise, it'll give you an instant migraine.
That's one of the things about nature and energy. That's all goes back to the spirituality stuff. So now, the other subject for tonight. Did you freeze, Mr. Jacob? Oops, I lost him.
Sorry. Okay, sorry. I hit the wrong thing. I was trying YouTube.
Oops. So, now the other part of tonight. What are ghosts?
Huh? Sorry.
What is ghost?
Well, from what?
The way you're fighting with your phone.
Oh, sorry. Yeah. I was just trying to. Ghost is what we try to prove that's beyond the living.
That is true.
And not just that, it's like what kind of phenomenon happens in your house. Not even just houses. Like what events occurred that why this person stays.
That is true. So there are
many what we perceive.
Do what?
What we perceive.
So what are ghosts and what is paranormal phenomena? So there's many types of ghosts. There are full-bodied apparitions. There's shadow figures. There's orbs. There's the mist, vortex, and stuff like that. There are poltergeists. And then there's revenants.
Sorry, I had a... with poltergeist, in our first ever episode, we showed you what poltergeist was.
Because we caught one.
Mm-hmm.
Which was which was very funny because we both heard the cat ball fall, but we didn't see what happened until we started going over the evidence.
Yeah, we didn't think anything of it. We were like, oh, and it just fell.
Yeah, but poltergeist, those are the noisy entities that like to move stuff and throw stuff at you. One of the persons that we worked with at the old job was telling me that where he lived, his dad him and his dad would have knives thrown at him.
You ought to send me that person's name later. I did not know this.
So.
But also, how about this? Because since I haven't had internet and stuff, you should ask me questions about what I think these different ghosts are, and then explain what they are. Or what it is.
Okay. But
continue what you're saying.
Okay, but like with the poltergeist, what we were talking about with the video that we shared earlier as a short, what was really funny is when we were going through the evidence, you see Jake fiddle with the ball. You see him getting the ball settled down where it's supposed to be.
Not moving.
He goes to walk off towards me. The ball follows him. And then goes back and then goes flying off the wall. Now the funny thing is with cat balls, they have a little button on them to turn them on and off. So it should not have been rolling. He's getting a cat ball for you guys. He's going to show you what a cat ball is.
Oi. Why, hello there.
Hello.
Cat ball.
Yeah, see?
Like, I'm going to show it at this angle.
Yeah, there's the little on and off button. So technically, it shouldn't be rolling like it did.
Give me a minute. Since I'm on phone, I can easily... I think you can switch cameras. Maybe not. Oh, no, wait. Yeah. Hello, desk. See how it's, like, rolling around? What if it was like this? Well. See? Well. Yeah, see right there.
So he had it set like that on the counter, and the next thing we know, it's flying off the counter. And we're like, oh.
Okay, no.
Okay, so you ready, Jacob?
Yep.
A full. What is a full-bodied apparition?
It's like, and what I think it is, I feel like it's like a person that you can see, like a. Say like I'm not in the frame. Say I'm out of frame, and you and then you see me. I think that's what a full body apparition is. You just see a full, you see what you think is a real person, but the moment you blink, it just disappears.
Yeah. So the full-bodied apparition is a solid, realistic, human-like figure, but sometimes they are translucent where you can see through them.
Kind of like the photo that you have at the Raws.
Yes. Which is freaky. I took a picture of one of the team members of the other group I'm in, the Spirit Mechanics.
We'll post it on Instagram where you all can see it, and also on Facebook.
I gotta get his permission.
Oh, you do?
Yep. So, but...
Then never mind.
But with that picture... I looked at it. I went through all my pictures that I took that night we were there. And then I happened to glance back through it again, and there are feet standing beside him that didn't belong to him.
Mm-hmm.
So
I've seen the photo.
Yep. But you've also got like the most famous ghost picture of the white lady on the stairs. I forgot what it's called. And that has been the subject of debate.
Lady in white. They say lady in white.
Yeah.
At the Ross.
But not that one. It's an older picture that somebody captured a long time ago.
At the Ross or somewhere else?
No, somewhere else. But yeah.
There's a Black Vidalia somewhere. I don't remember which haunted location, but there is a photo of the Black Vidalia girl.
You can find pictures online of all kinds of ghost stuff, but nowadays you've got to pay extra close attention before you believe them with all the AI crap.
Yes.
Now there is the coolest full body apparition that I have ever seen, and I've seen it in person. And it's a place that Jacob needs to go investigate. Just to go visit. And that's
Octagon Hall?
That's Octagon Hall. I was down there with the Spirit Mechanics. And our buddy Raymond that passed away last year was shooting a video for a group called Global Ghost Hunt. The Global Ghost Hunt. And we started out with like 10 people there with us. And we ended up with just like 3 of us left by the end of the night. And we had one person that was standing out in the foyer upstairs at the top of the steps. No, we had 4 of us. Sorry, we had 4 of us left. Me and Raymond was inside gathering up chairs to put the chairs back where they belong to get cleaned up before we left to go home. Our 4th person was in another room, in which we had totally lost track of him. And all of a sudden, we see somebody darting from one of the rooms down the stairs. And we were like, okay, that must have been the other guy. He got scared of something or something. He just went flying down the stairs. And we finished cleaning up stuff, and we were getting ready to leave, and he's standing at the window in the room upstairs. But all three of us, me, Raymond, and Steve, all three of us seen the guy running down the stairs. That was totally...
I've only been to one place.
Yeah, we're gonna get you out there.
Hopefully we can... I need to text my my aunt about that house here.
Yes, you do. You need to get that set up for us. So
we also need to go investigate the haunted cemetery in Cynthia.
Yes, we do. So next one, shadow figures.
Oh, you're asking me?
I'm
joking. It kind of explains itself. It's like a full body apparition, just you don't see the human-like form. You just see blackness lurking in the dark. And a good, well-known place that you can see that is Waverly Hills Sanitarium.
Oh, how do you know that? Have you been there to investigate it? Or is that just hearsay? Or is that just hearsay?
Right now, that's just hearsay, but there's a lot of people who went there and said, like that's what the tour guides have said.
So shadow figures are dark, shadowy, human-shaped forms seen in the periphery vision, which I totally disagree with. I totally fucking disagree with that.
Just an 18-plus show.
Yes, sorry guys, this is an adult show.
Except I don't say those words.
I do, especially when I get worked up on stuff.
Sidetrack. Let's go.
Yeah.
Sidetrack, guys.
But the shadow figures are not just peripheral vision, because we just went to the Raws last month, and I've yet to get to the evidence where I could watch it to see if he caught it, but Jacob seen a flat-out shadow figure.
Oh yeah, I did. I completely forgot about that. I did in the auditorium.
Yeah, no, it was upstairs on the third floor.
No,
it was upstairs on the third floor.
It was. What? Third floor auditorium.
Yep.
Or second floor auditorium. Sorry, not the third floor.
No, it was the third floor because you were in that little room that had the window looking down the stairs. And I went downstairs to grab something, and you were recording. And as I was coming up the stairs, you were freaking out because you just seen the shadow figure.
I must have seen two shadow figures, because remember I said, I think it was, no, I know I saw one, the one concrete one that I thought I saw was in the theater, auditorium.
Yeah. And then on one of the other, and then the spirit mechanics class, if you remember, me and Mike, which is another friend of ours, kept seeing a shadow figure walking across the wall in the aioli room. He goes to sneeze and grabs his water bottle.
That was a cough.
Oh, okay. So, shadow figures you can see straight on. They don't have to be out of the peripheral vision.
No.
So, next. And the next one is a major one. And that is orbs.
So, orb kind of look like dust particles, but how you can signify whether it's an orb or a dust is kind of like an atom. You can see, like you can see its core.
Yeah.
If that makes sense.
Yeah.
Like it's see-through, but you can see. What's the word I'm trying to look for? Like you can see through the orb, but you can see the middle or something. I don't know how to describe it.
So orbs are glowing spheres of light, sometimes considered spirits or energies. But the thing is with orbs on like video, you have to pay very close attention to those because 9 times out of 10 an orb is either dust or a bug. Because
or you could be like a
yeah. Because they basically all look the same. That's why orbs are very peculiar, and like with most of the groups that I work with, they do not really say, yes, that's paranormal. It has to look a certain way, be a certain way, move a certain way for one of them to call it an orb. And that's what we have to do as well.
I was gonna ask.
So now, like the mist and vortexes and stuff. Do you want me to just go ahead and do the definition?
Yeah, I have not a clue.
Okay, with mist and vortexes and stuff like that, it appears as a cloud or cold spots, and they often precede other phenomena. So you'll feel a cold spot before you actually see something or hear something.
When you say cold spot, I get instant chills.
That's what that's for. But technically, have you ever felt a cold spot?
Yeah.
Okay.
I think we've had it a couple of times at the Raws.
Well, I get it every time at the Raws because every time I'm at the Raws, those spirits like to walk through me. So I get cold. I hit cold spots all the time at the Raws.
And they like to hold my hand.
Uh-huh. So we've already discussed poltergeist.
Mm-hmm.
The next one is revenants.
That one I've never heard of either.
Okay.
Like something that lingers still?
Well, that's everything, but the revenants.
Well, yeah.
I'm probably not pronouncing it right, but these are the.
Is it like what leads the history?
Nope.
Oh, then I don't know.
These are the nasty little guys that come back for vengeance, or they've got unfinished business.
Huh? Sorry.
These are the ones that have. These are the nasty little guys that come back for vengeance. So, I would almost commonly say that a lot of people, when they get something like this, that's when they start hollering demon. And since we brought the D word up,
Mm-hmm.
not all hauntings have demons. Demons are very rare in hauntings. And I won't mention the...
Like Octagon. Kind of like the guy from Octagon Hall.
Yeah. So, but yeah, demons are very, very seldom are there an actual demon in a haunted location. It's just a pissed off spirit. So, those what we were just discussing is what I would call an intelligent haunting.
Mm-hmm.
These guys are the ones that will try to talk to you. They'll try to get your attention. They want to let you know that they're there. Do what?
Trickster spirits.
Yep.
Continue.
So, those are the ones that I would call intelligent hauntings. But there's also residual hauntings. Do you know what a residual haunting is? What is a residual haunting?
So another name for residual haunting is residual energy.
Yep.
So, from what I know from watching all kinds of paranormal shows, residual hauntings is spirits that they don't really talk to you. They are just like stuck in one place. Like they're just in a loop.
Yeah.
It's just repeating itself back and forth. So once, like, say, kind of like, for instance, the Viscala axe murder house, that there, because there's multiple YouTubers that have proved that that's just residual hauntings, because they had, like, multiple devices set up in the house where the parents were killed in the room. Like, from the kids' room to the parents' room on the upstairs, they had, like, multiple devices. And every few minutes, it would go back to the beginning.
Okay, well, I'd have to actually get in there to figure that one out for myself. Because with YouTubers, I don't believe half the stuff they come up with.
That is true.
So, but residual... We don't
fake our stuff.
Do what?
I said we don't fake our stuff.
No, we do not fake it.
Like, if we're scared, we're scared.
Like,
we don't, like, if we're scared, we don't go, and, like, play it on.
Nope.
We just get over the fact. Like, tell them what happened, and that's it.
Yep. So, residual hauntings is a repetitive, non-interactive actions of the past. It is the high emotion events like traumas that get imprinted on a location, such as land. It is basically like an old VCR or DVD. Do you know what a VCR is, Jacob?
Yes. I don't know. Can't remember what it stands for, but yes.
Okay. But it's like an old VCR or DVD player that's being played on loop. And these can include the phantom footsteps being heard at night, reenacting apparitions, like they do the same thing every time you see them, or localized sounds, and environmental shifts.
So what I was talking about, like with the axe murder house.
Yeah. So the place can still be haunted, but it may not be an actual spirit there. It could just be the emotion and stuff from the trauma from being in the building.
And well, it's not really residual, but kind of like the kid from the fire.
That is true.
I mean, even though he, because you can interact with him though, but he's just still there because of what happened, because he's lost trying to find his parents.
Yep. That's Charlie.
Which we talked in the last episode about.
Uh-huh. So, but that's why you go to these places like Perryville Battlefield.
Mm-hmm.
Which we will be going there to investigate. I don't know how we're... Do what?
I said, you didn't tell me this. Like, we haven't talked about that in a long time.
We're going to get down there and investigate. I just don't know how we're going to do it. Because that is such a humongous place.
Mm-hmm.
That two of us will not be able to do it all in one night. We would have to do multiple nights. If it's just us two. At which we are trying to get more people to join our group, because we do need help with going over evidence, and we do need help with with the editing and putting stuff together and doing research.
Big part is research.
Yes. Doing the research and getting it all down to where we know what we're getting into. In which,
In which what?
In which, with the research, when we go to a location, the person who's doing the research is not going to tell the rest of us what the research says until after we get out of the location. Because I want to prove what the research says without knowing it, so that way it doesn't look like we're doctoring it.
I just thought of a plan. I mean, well, but when we do research, we work together.
Yeah.
So, but what I was gonna say was, I mean, I've seen maybe 1 or 2 YouTubers do it. Next place we go, no matter what, we need to have, like, not just us. We can't do solo for this. We need to do a dual Estes method.
Okay, that would be cool.
So, like, we'll have, sorry guys, I know this is kind of off tangent, but the idea is, we'll have people in the room together, like, both of the people under together, like, right beside each other. We be on, like, the opposite side of the room, asking questions, and see...
To see if we see if they get the same stuff.
Yeah. Either that, or another plan, other way to do it, we could try both, is if we have a group of us, like, not a big group, maybe 4 or 5, like 2 other people. Actually, no, that'd be 6, right?
Yep.
Work, right?
Yep.
So, like, a group of 6 is, have one person, or one group, do an Estes method, while the other group is in a different location of the building or territory or battlefield or whatever, and do the Estes there. Like, that group does the Estes here, the other group's doing Estes there, and then switch, like, if that makes sense.
That works.
But each locations, and then see if they get the same answer.
That works. So,
Okay.
Now, I totally missed a page of notes.
Oh, wait, while we're still on that topic of, like, haunted, so, or, like, history. So, what we do, we were not, like, any, like, we want to stand out from all other, paranormal, investigation group. So, like I said, we want to learn the history of the place and explain to you the history of the place, what occurred here, what is, like, the surrounding area of the place, like, what's bringing these spirits here if they aren't in that location, if that makes sense. Kind of like, for instance, we talk about the Raws a lot, but that's only because we've only been to the Raws and my aunt's property, around her property.
Yeah.
But what I will say is, the Raws, like with Charlie, I can't go into much detail, but there was a fire in, what year was that? Like, his fire.
That, I do not remember when the fire was. I'll have to get back I'll have to dig back in and get it.
But the short story is, there's something that used to be a hotel there in Santa Ana, and his parents went out, checked on him, or went out to eat or something, or no, went to a concert while Charlie stayed at the hotel. Anyway, so then after the concert, they go back, and he's still sound asleep at the hotel. Well, then all of a sudden they hear racket outside of the building, and when they look out the window, they see a fire. So they leave. So they just leave Charlie there because he's asleep. They don't want to bother him. Well, while they go towards the fire or whatever to see what was going on, they came back when they came back to the apartment, or not apartment. When they came back to the hotel, Charlie was missing. So that's the rundown of the story, because I don't want to go full detail what happened, because that's the Cynthia thing.
Yeah.
But so what Charlie does is he's running from where he went missing to the Roz, and from the Roz in the hotel to Tyree's shop.
Well, yeah. No, actually, he went back to Cynthia, I think. He's not been at the shop lately. So, but no, he goes from building to building. He wanders all over Cynthia.
Yeah, that's what I'm meaning. Like, because he's not from the Roz itself, but he's in the still like a block. The hotel's a block from the Roz.
Yeah.
So he's not originally from Roz. He just travels. So that's kind of what I'm meaning.
Yeah.
About the general location.
And see, this is what I'm learning with us doing the investigations, is that like most of the paranormal TV shows or YouTubers, they find out something about the location they're investigating along with other stuff about it, but they only concentrate on one part of it.
Mm-hmm. Not the whole truth.
Not the whole thing.
Yeah.
Because you can have multiple spirits in a location, but it could be a location that burnt down and somebody rebuilt something. And the spirits is from the first location. Yeah. Well, we don't know. Well, we don't know if the Roz burnt down or not, but
not burnt down, but it has.
The
original building burned at the top.
There are signs of a fire, but we don't know what the fire is or when it was caused, and what caused it.
Okay, back to the page.
We'll go into more detail when we get that put together. We get the show going. But I totally forgot a page. Which is
back to that. Sorry.
So with the ghost, the scientific stuff totally contradicts what ghosts are. The scientific explanations often point to psychological phenomena such as hallucinations, sleep paralysis, whatever that is.
Sleep paralysis.
Yep, thank you, Jacob. And even environmental factors like infrasound, which I had never heard of infrasound until I started doing the research, and it sounds interesting.
I have no idea. Now I'm tongue twisted. I have no clue what you're talking about.
I'll explain here in a second. So hallucinations is the sensory experiences, seeing, hearing, smelling, tasting, or feeling things that seem to be real but are created by the mind with no external source involving voices or visions. And these can be caused by mental health conditions like schizophrenia, neurological issues, severe illness, or extreme sleep loss, grief, or substance use or abuse.
Like word.
Uh-huh. Which we're going to get into a little bit more detail in my other stuff, because you didn't get a printout of it. And it's going to be our topic for next week.
Oh, you didn't ask me.
No, you told me I had to do it myself, so I come up with it while going over this. So don't argue with me.
I'm joking, guys. I'm just joking. Joking.
So, sleep paralysis. That is the temporary inability to move or speak while falling asleep or waking up, where your conscious and your body remain in the paralyzed state of REM sleep.
That's the scariest thing you can ever experience, like when you're sleeping.
And I can honestly say that I have never felt anything like that. So.
If you remember correctly, it happened when I was living in Lexington.
Yep.
And I had scratch marks on my body.
Uh-huh. And then I think I came over like the next night and besieged your apartment.
Mm-hmm.
But This often causes fear and sometimes hallucinations like a menacing presence or a pressure in the chest, like something sitting on you. So now
I haven't had that, but I know I was awake and I could not lift my arms at all. Like I couldn't move. Luckily, I didn't see anything.
Well, that is good.
Like at least I didn't see a full body apparition. An entity.
That I guess that's a good thing. But then you don't know what was holding you down.
That is true. It could have been an incubus.
Uh-huh.
Or no, it's a succubus, right?
Yeah, succubus, yeah. So now, infrasound. This one is, I never heard of it before, but it sounds very interesting since it has to do with me. Infrasound is the frequencies below the lower limits of human hearing. These are generally considered below 20 hertz. Even though these are inaudible sounds, they do carry a significant amount of energy that can travel long distances. And what can cause these is earthquakes and volcanic eruptions. Anything that's like a natural disaster or anything like that. So, that's the scientific view of this stuff. Most scientists don't want to believe in this stuff. So like with the hallucinations, and they're talking about the sensory perceptions of hearing, smelling, and tasting. That goes with our clairs.
That was getting ready to say. I need to write down in the notes, and we'll discuss like the clairs and how that precedes things with spirits even more. Like more death of spirits than.
Yeah. So
we need to write that down.
That's our topic for next week.
Oh, it is?
Yes.
Oh, then I'm agreeable to it.
So, here's the list of clairs. You got clairvoyance, clairaudience, clairsentience, claircognizance, clairgunstance. Clairgunstance.
You also got one that doesn't really speak about that I have, clairtangency. That's a fun one.
Yeah. So we'll get into we're going to get into the clairs more depth. So, and which honestly, when you're doing paranormal investigations, your body is your best tool.
That's what we said in the last episode. That's why. Because. Okay. Actually, I'll text you what I was gonna say, but that'll be for next week.
Yep. So.
We'll
go more in depth about the clairs. So if you go to a doctor and say something like, "Oh, I keep seeing this, keep seeing this, keep seeing this," they're going to put you on medication because they're thinking they're going to call you schizophrenic.
Oh, that's what we forgot to talk about. Like, with the ghost. Because, like, the most famous people that I know, you can tell me if there's more famous than them, who are demonologists, Ed and Lorraine.
Yes.
Reason I bring that up is because, or their names is because when Ed and Lorraine started this also goes with psych wards and stuff. When Ed and Lorraine started what they did, it wasn't known. If, like what Tyree was saying about, like, medications, back then, any time anyone talked about phenomenon or spiritual phenomenon or just paranormal in general, they were like, "You're full of it.
Yeah, you're crazy. You're crazy." You're getting
He'll
locked
fill in
up.
the words that I want to say.
Yeah, you're crazy. You're getting locked up.
Hmm.
So, but since we brought that up, we do need to put out. So this is for future reference. If we ever decide to venture into personal stuff, if we decide to go out and start trying to help people with their homes and land and stuff, we're going to have to come up with a questionnaire that's going to have to be filled out by the client, and we're going to have to go through it before we say yes or no before accepting the case.
Hmm.
Because we got to save our butts before we can go save somebody else.
Hmm.
Because I know this person has attempted to do multiple groups. They will call the group. They will get the group to come out to investigate their property. And while they're there, they will somehow get connected to their internet system and steal all their personal information, such as credit cards and stuff like that.
Huh?
Yes. So that's bull crap that we have to pull up with in this field.
Hmm.
So if we decide to start doing personal stuff to help people out, they're going to have to fill out, there's going to have to be a questionnaire put together, and they're going to have to fill it out, and then we double check everything before we say yes before we go on the case. So,
Yes.
So now,
So the plan for next week. Go. Sorry.
the plan for next week, we're going to deep dive into declares. And discuss declares, what declares are, and how declares work, and you need to figure out if you got a declare.
Yeah, I was gonna say throw this in there since we're talking about clairs. I think we should talk about like say this clair, and if we ever had it like our personal experience with that clair.
Yeah, we will do that.
Hashtag childhood traumas.
That's it. Because our clairs start at an early age.
Yes.
They really kick in during the teenage years. Oh, and speaking of that,
Yes.
back to Poltergeist.
Uh-huh.
That is something that during investigations, if there is a teenager in the house and they think they got a poltergeist, that could actually be the teenager and not a ghost. Did you not know that?
Mm-mm.
Yeah, it could actually be the teenager. Well, yeah, no, if you watch the show that we're supposed to have been watching that's no longer on, it's the first episode.
Uh-huh.
So you need to rewatch it, young man.
I don't remember the show.
I'll text it to you.
Also, what was I gonna say? Oh, Poltergeist.
Yes.
Baxter Ross. One of the times you went in the projector room. That is now the known. I don't know if you still have that evidence or not.
I still got it somewhere. But yeah, I was
Maybe
on
in one of her videos. If he finds it, we'll put it out there.
Yeah. If I can find it and I can put it up as a clip, I will do that. But I set a camera up in the projector room facing the door, and there's a chain that comes down beside the door, and it swings for like 15 minutes. Like somebody's sitting there doing this number. Playing with it. And then the next time I went in, because I caught it, and I had somebody double check it for me to make sure I wasn't seeing things. Because that's the one thing with evidence. You've got to double and triple check it.
We try to debunk everything. Like,
yeah.
We might give you a little spoiler. Actually, did you figure that out? What I'm talking about?
Nope.
That you told me the other day about the door opening or something?
I have not been able to figure that one out. On the last event, not yet. Going through the evidence, I am going through one of the camera shots, and I hear a door opening. I've got to double check it with Jacob's camera to see if it was a door that he opened. Mm-hmm. But the other thing I've got to double check with your camera and the recorder that we had with the other camera to see if it picked it up is you getting laughed at.
Oh yeah, you told me that today.
Yeah.
But, yeah, with the door thing, we gotta double check to make sure it's not on my end. Like that.
Yeah.
So that's like what he is saying, debunking.
Yeah, we gotta...
If it was on his end, or wherever he's talking about, and it's not on my end, then it's unexplainable.
That is it. That way, that we can call paranormal.
One thing that we can call paranormal is if you check out our YouTube channel, which we're on right now, and it'll be on Facebook, but on our YouTube channel and our TikTok, we have a video of a EVP, of a breath.
Yep.
And that's unexplainable because it's caught on, when you'll see the video when it's out, it's caught on how many things? How many cameras and how many?
It is caught on 4 pieces of equipment. It was caught on the camera that we had set up in the room. It was caught on your camera that was looking at us. And it was caught on the recorder that we had sitting in the room that stayed in the room. And then it got caught on your recorder that we had sitting on the table in front of us.
Mm-hmm. So, basically what I'm trying to say with that is, it was, like, that's not, we tried to debunk it, but we have 4 different devices, and there's one main camera that's on both of us, which is my camera, and you don't hear us, or... What's it? It's 11:30.
This is what happens. On our camera, on his camera that's facing us, we're talking. I'm wearing a body cam. And it moves and it starts pointing downward to the table in front of us. I'm trying to fix it. You hear a breath. You hear this deep breath. And then you see me take a breath. But it's yeah, it's either before or right after I take a breath. But it's not me.
And it's not me. Because you can see me, my mouth.
So, yeah, that's the cool stuff you find out when you go out to these places. So.
I think it's time for the end cap here.
What time? Oh, crap. How long have we been on?
I don't know. Maybe an hour.
I'm thinking it's like an hour and a half. We have been on for an hour and 19 minutes. Ooh, go us. So.
We would have started sooner, about 9:30, not whatever time we started.
That's true. We're supposed to be on at 9:30, but somebody had to go to the bathroom and make themselves pretty.
Do I look pretty here? Sorry. Cringe.
So yeah, okay, guys. I think this should be an end of the night for us. So,
thank you for tuning in. The creek beyond the creaky door, and we are out.
We are out. Love you guys.
Love
Bye. Love you. Bye.
Y'all.